Manny Pacquiao is back. Yes, you heard that right. Eyeing a rematch with Floyd Mayweather. After all these years, the legend still isn't done. Meanwhile, Joseph Parker versus Fabio Wardley, controversial stoppage. Fans outraged. Was it called way too early? And in the UFC, chaos in the heavyweight title fight. Cyril Gane versus Tom Aspinall ends with a double eye poke. History made him for all the wrong reasons.
Biggest winner of this fight, Jon Jones, the greatest heavyweight phenomenon out there.
Only Tom knows how bad that eye injury was.
It's the same referee that happened with me, happened with him. See why people are saying that he possibly took the easy route out? Because fuck it, I've always thought people bitched out when they got poked.
But his eye was closed when he got poked in it. But I feel like he might have taken the easier way out.
And I think my opinion still stands. Yeah, you could say you don't like the messenger.
Tom did not do anything wrong. Biggest winner of this fight, Jon Jones, the greatest heavyweight phenomenon out there.
Strap in, because we're just getting started. Breaking news. Manny Pacquiao has just confirmed ongoing talks with Floyd Mayweather for a blockbuster rematch in 2026. Some say it could be a massive Netflix event. Some are calling it Fight of the Century too. These are not small rumors. Pacquiao himself is speaking on it. So let's break this down. Why is this fight exploding again? Simple. Two of the biggest icons in boxing history / unfinished business. And one more chance to rewrite the ending. Now, let's talk about the real story. Floyd Mayweather will be 49 years old in 2026. Pacquiao will be 46. Let that sink in. These two were once lightning fast. Today the question is, who has aged better? A rematch like this can change how both are remembered. Is it one last dance or one fight too many? Pacquiao is still living the fighter life, training / sparring, taking real opponents. His speed is not what it once was, but it is still dangerous. In my opinion, if this fight happens in 2026, Mayweather's IQ is a weapon all by itself. His timing, his defense, his ability to shut down opportunities, that never fully disappears. But activity matters. Pacquiao stays hungry. Mayweather stays comfortable. Pacquiao faces real threats. Mayweather fights exhibitions. That matters. This fight becomes a battle of what remains, not what they were in their prime. Risk versus reward, in my opinion. The money is huge. The hype is global. The risk, look old, lose ugly, damage the legacy. That fear alone makes the fight more intense. Why should fans care? Fans still argue the first fight did not settle everything. Pacquiao said he wasn't 100%. People want closure. A rematch gives everyone a different ending.
A masterclass. Pure brilliance from the money man.
Alright, fight fans. On to the next explosive headline. And the action doesn't stop there. Here's the next big story.
Right, David, your reaction to that knockout, that was something truly unbelievable.
That was a good fight to watch. That was a good fight. I think Joe should have just taken a knee there. But yeah, he was trying to avoid his shots, but Wardley kept him coming. Referee did what he had to do.
Joseph Parker versus Fabio Wardley. Heavyweight clash, controversy. Ladies and gentlemen, on the 25th of October 2025, a heavyweight battle that has left fans divided. Joseph Parker versus Fabio Wardley, an untimely stoppage. And the debate rages on, slow, dramatic pause. Did the referee call it too soon? Joseph Parker, former WBO champion, known for his granite chin and relentless body attack. Fabio Wardley, the rising British powerhouse, carrying the hopes of a new era. This clash had all the ingredients for fireworks. From round one, Wardley imposed his pressure. Big, looping hooks. Parker, the counterpuncher. Slick movement, but here's where it got controversial. The stoppage came suddenly. Many fans screaming injustice. I watched every second, and honestly, it felt early. Parker was still defending, still alert, still in the fight. Stopping a fight too early protects the fighter, but it also robs the audience of the drama, the strategy. The risk versus reward balance is delicate. Wardley gets the W, but Parker's legacy, untarnished. He showed grit, skill, heart, big emphasis. Fans deserve clarity, and maybe a rematch. Social media erupted. Heated debates across the UK and New Zealand. Everyone wants a fair resolution. Everyone wants to see these two clash again. Controversy fuels the heavyweight story. Now, let's keep this combat chaos rolling.
And listen, you're known as the man that has that dog in him, yeah? In the 10th round, he pointed to the ground and said, let's have it. Is that just something you can't teach?
You can't teach, you know, Fabio is always got grit in him, man. I saw it from the first moment.
We've got Moses Atoma here if we're going to... Moses, you know, I saw your reaction to that Hooney fight. It was electric. Your reaction to that must have been even better.
Well, do you know what it is? Like, the second round I thought he had him out of there. Third round I thought he was out of there. Then I probably didn't give him no rounds until maybe the round 10 or something. I was just like, that guy is one tough cookie. That's a bad man.
And in the card, did you think it was running away from him, that fight? Or
No, he was going to knock him out because Joseph didn't have it. Joseph didn't have the explosiveness. He's been lifting too much weight and he didn't have the explosiveness.
Commiserations for your teammate, but that was a special performance. You know, Parker had a good performance himself, but that was something special from Fabio.
It will come down to who wanted it more. They're both spent. What a great fight. Yeah, man. One of them ones, innit? Good fight, though. As a boxing fan, what a great fight.
That was just something special. In the 10th round, when I saw you, you know, point to the ground and say, come on then, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. Describe what you were thinking in that moment.
Look, I said in the build-up as well, like, that other voice in my head sometimes wins. And I was staying to the plan, I was staying focused all the way through and looking in that one, in that round, in that moment, that voice won over. It said, okay, fine, let's do this then. 20,000 people didn't come out to see me give it up so easily. Let's throw down, let's give the people what they want to see.
Switching gears, another shockwave in the fight world. Breaking news from Abu Dhabi, history in the UFC heavyweight division and not the kind anyone wanted. Tom Aspinall versus Cyril Gane, a massive title showdown. Ends in a no contest, yes. The first UFC championship fight ever to end because of eye pokes. And the MMA world has absolutely exploded over what happened next. Aspinall, the British powerhouse, hungry to prove he's the future of the division. Gane, the slickest big man we've ever seen, fighting to reclaim the throne. And all of that legacy, hype, championship aura vanished in a blink, literally. We were seconds from the end of round 1. Blood on Aspinall's nose. Momentum shifting to Gane. Then, the double eye poke. Aspinall instantly blinded. Ref waves it off. No contest. A championship fight erased. Before disaster struck, Gane looked sharp. Measured kicks, precise range. Aspinall swinging big, but bleeding early from clean counters. We were watching a real chess match develop. A test of composure versus power. And then, the chaos. But after the fight, some fighters, even ex-champions, came for Aspinall.
Only Tom knows how bad that eye injury was. He's the only one who knows how bad that was. You should go to the death. If you're not dead, you quit. You're a quitter.
It's the same referee that happened with me, happened with him. So it just don't take much. You know what I'm saying? Like, Tom, you got to take him for his word. See why people are saying that he possibly took the easy route out, because maybe to regroup. You know, you got to give him the benefit of the doubt, dude. Fuck it, I've always thought people bitched out when they got poked.
First and foremost, it was a foul, and Cyril Gane's the one to blame for it. But from the optics and the way that it looked, his eye was closed when he got poked in it. But I feel like he might have taken the easier way out.
Chael Sonnen, Daniel Cormier, even active stars like Aljamain Sterling and Dustin Poirier, subtly implying Aspinall possibly checked out, took the easy exit.
I made some comments on the Aspinall fight and how he handled the situation with the foul. And I think my opinion still stands. Yeah, you could say you don't like the messenger because I've been fouled and you guys think that I milked the injury. I did not. But fact still remains. When Tommy got poked in the eye, the first thing that he said was, I cannot see. And we all know when you are fouled, you cannot say those words. Otherwise, the ref is inclined to stop the fight because that is just the way the rules are written. Don't be mad at me. I'm not the guy who created the rules.
But when you look at this fight, Tom Aspinall has just been on an absolute tear. He's never made it out of the first round, and he technically didn't make it out of this first round either. But
yeah, he had a mirror of himself in front of him, and it was a bit uncomfortable. He had a guy that wasn't standing still. We talked yesterday about the majority of Tom Aspinall's opponents stay right there on the center line and hope that they can block or take the shot, and typically they can't. Cyril Gane is not going to stay on the center line, so when Tom starts to throw, Cyril dips, and he's gone. Well, then Tom was starting to struggle with that.
I don't know who was I can't. Oh, I was talking to Anthony Smith, also on Anthony Smith on the Paper podcast, and we talked about worst case scenarios for Tom Aspinall. Worst case scenario would be him getting beat up for 5 rounds. Other worst case scenario would be him winning a close decision. This is probably up there with worst case scenarios for him in terms of like losing the first round and then walking out because of an eye poke.
I'm mad. But I don't know who I'm mad at. Tom did not do anything wrong. Tom was poked in the eye. As a matter of fact, he was poked in both eyes. Now, I don't believe Surreal did that on purpose. So, I also can't, or am not mad at Surreal. But I am mad. I'm looking for somebody to blame. But I don't quite know who to blame.
I thought I was sold on him, and I'm all in on him still, but I don't know if it was the layoff. I don't know if it was all the drama that came along with the John Jones situation. Then now that's gone and feeling like, okay, now it's my division. Maybe a little overconfident, maybe. His dad saying like, I don't know if we're going to re-sign with the UFC. Where the fuck else are you going to go?
His dad was saying about him transferring over to boxing. I mean, talk about the timing on this. Like, there's some things that you probably shouldn't say public.
I was just in the back. Cyril Gane was very emotional, guys. He was crying. Cyril was emotional. He wanted this fight. This fight was everything that these guys had asked for. Hopefully we can reschedule this and get these dudes locked in the octagon again to determine who's the baddest man on the planet. They will both be better for it. I know they didn't spend a lot of time in that octagon, but there were some things that you can take from it, especially if the turnaround is relatively quick.
Fans saying he was losing anyway. And that ugly narrative spread fast. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. Some people compare this to when Anthony Smith fought John Jones. Took an illegal eye poke. Absolutely could have stopped, but continued like a warrior and finished the fight. Aspinall couldn't continue, wouldn't continue. Debate erupts. And suddenly, the biggest winner of the night wasn't even in Abu Dhabi. John Bones Jones, the GOAT. The absolute greatest fighter ever to step inside the octagon, in my opinion.
Biggest winner of this fight, John Jones, the greatest heavyweight phenomenon out there.
For months, fans screamed, Jones is ducking Aspinall. Jones is scared. He doesn't want that smoke. And then tonight showed the truth. In my opinion, Jones never ducked him. He felt Aspinall didn't show proper respect, so he refused to give him the honor of that fight. And now, the myth that Aspinall would dominate Jones evaporates. The story is far from over. Heavyweight division now in chaos, and the king, John Jones, remains above it all. Stay tuned, because the war of words is only beginning. The imminent rematch is obvious, and now fan watch to see John Jones versus Alex Pereira. This is Stylec Sport, the home of combat sports. Drop your comment, like, and subscribe.